Hi there, I'm Becky Hammond and welcome to Isogo TV. Wherever you are on your strengths journey, I want to help you take your greatest strengths and apply them to your everyday work and your everyday life for more thriving success, more energizing moments, and less frustration all the way around. And in fact, over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be addressing that frustration piece head on, because we all know that work would be so much easier if it weren't for all the people. But reality is, no matter if you work more independently like I do, or if you go into work and you work as a team every day, there are people that we have to interact with on a daily basis. And these people are the number one cause of our frustration. These are the slackers. These are the impulsive. These are the too slow. These are the people who are stuck in the mud. These are the people who are joy killers. And if we could really change that language and eliminate the conflict that happens between us because of our differences, we could come to work and enjoy what we do every single day. And we could be more productive together as a result. So over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to share with you a framework and a word picture that I think is really powerful and very helpful to be able to keep in mind two different things. What our individual role and contribution is on a team, and then maybe even more importantly, what the roles and contributions of the people that are on the team with us. So today, on episode 37, Eradicate Frustration in Your Team, Get It Done, we are going to be talking about those people who work tirelessly to get things done. So let's start with part one today, and let's dive in. Growing up, my dad owned and operated his own small business, a medical practice, and even now he employs over 20 people and really is running his medical practice like a business. And over a decade ago now, he read, as a lot of you probably have, Jim Collins' book, Good to Great. And in there, a concept that really stuck with him and has since really stuck with me is getting the right people on the bus, and just how crucial and important that is as you are building a team of people around you. And so as I've been thinking about the way that our strengths play out in teams, that is a concept that it really has just kind of kept coming back to me. And actually there was a manager that I was working with that said, I think these strengths are kind of like positions on the bus. And so I started to think about, what does it look like to have strengths on the bus? And it really marries well with a concept that Gallup has researched and put a book out about, strengths-based leadership, where they talk about unique styles of leadership that really fall into 4 categories. And into those 4 categories, each of the 34 strengths fall into one of those categories, and at least they loosely fall into those categories. Statistically, as they've run the calculations on how people lead and what strengths they have, they found that they fall into one of 4 groups, which are executing, influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. And so over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be exploring that, and we're going to be exploring this bus. So this is our bus that I came up with when I started thinking about each one of the strength domains and what role they play as a part of the team. Because while an individual should be a star, we've talked about that, we are sharp. We do best when we concentrate on our sharpest, strongest areas. But as a team, those stars all fit together, hopefully in a great complementary way, where as a team, we are meant to be well-rounded. We want to have all the positions on the bus filled, all the seats filled with somebody who loves doing what that role requires. So today, we're talking about how to get things done. And as you look at this bus, you think, who's the one that's getting things done? Who is the one that is literally driving us towards the goal. It's the driver, the guy sitting right here at the steering wheel. He is the one who is in control of making sure the bus gets to where we planned on getting it. He is sitting behind the wheel, and he is looking at the map that somebody maybe gave to him, and he is getting us to our final destination. People who are strong in this executing domain are people who provide the drive and the stamina. I fall into this domain pretty strongly, that I'm able to catch an idea and really make it happen and work tirelessly to do so. And so people with strengths in this domain, that's what they thrive on, that's what they love to do, and that's the value that they contribute to a team. So some examples of strengths that fall into this domain are achiever, arranger, belief, consistency, discipline, deliberative, focus, responsibility, and restorative. These are people who are bringing the details. They're bringing a goal orientation, so they're gonna help us set goals and remember that we set these goals and that we're working towards them. And in turn, they need some things from their fellow teammates, from the environment around, in order for them to really show up and thrive with these strengths. They need a little bit of routine, a little bit of structure. They need to know where we've been and where we're going, a step-by-step process. They need to make sure that we do have goals. And oftentimes, people that function predominantly out of this domain need freedom. They need freedom from the people around them to keep working at their own pace or without constant monitoring, because people in this domain are going to take something and they are going to follow through. They are going to get it done, and they're going to notice the details along the way. There's a gal that I have known for a long time, and she's an executive assistant in a medical practice. And she absolutely epitomizes this domain. She has 4 out of 5 of her strengths in this top domain, in this executing domain. She has responsibility, discipline, focus, achiever, and then she has a little dose of maximizer just to bump up the volume of all of those things. And she is somebody who everybody on the team knows that they can rely on. They know that they can go to her and she will be able to always kind of add things onto her plate and always make sure it gets done. And it gets done in a really effective and efficient manner, so that she effectively has been working 30 hours a week and getting 40 hours a week worth of things done every single week for the last 16 years. And that's something that her manager absolutely values in her and appreciates about her, that he knows that at the end of their conversation, she's going to say, okay, so what do you really want me to do? And then she's going to go out and get it done. So that gives you an example, a little flavor of people who lead from this executing domain, who sit in the driver's seat of the bus and are helping us all get to the goals that we set out to do. So let's use this. And for the next 4 weeks, our use this is going to be composed of 3 steps. The first is about you. If you feel like you fit well within this executing domain, if maybe 2 or 3 of your StrengthsFinder top 5 fall into this area, this might describe you. This might be the unique contribution that you can make to your team. And it will start to give you an idea of what type of environment you need in order to really be successful. And then the second step is recognizing when the other people on your team fall into this domain. And your step with this is, once you recognize that in them, is to affirm and recognize that of them. Do it in an email or in a meeting. Just a couple words or a couple lines could do a lot to take a step towards eradicating the frustration that you have in your team. And then the last step is just to continue watching. Tune into the next 3 episodes so that you can explore the other 3 seats on the bus. And in the meantime, if you have questions about this eradication of frustration or about the executing domain in particular, please connect with me. You can connect with me over at Twitter or Facebook at IsogoStrong, or my handy little contact me form over at isogostrong.com. You know, I so appreciate that you are on this journey with me as we kind of are in a movement to eliminate hate and strife and unnecessary frustration every day that happens in our work and life through joining me here on Isogo TV. So if it's been something that's been helpful for you, I would love for you to rate, review, and share. You can rate and review over at iTunes and then share it in your virtual circles or literally with the person who is sitting next to you. Maybe they're actually somebody who is a part of your team that needs to hear this message as well so that you can work together to eradicate the frustration on your team. So thanks for joining me here today, and I definitely hope I see you next week for part 2 on Isogo TV.